Joining me at this time, singer-songwriter, and he's got a new song called Time Machine, now available on digital music platforms. Zach Day is on the air with me right now. How's it going, man?
Hello, how's it going, you guys?
Good, good, man. Thank you for being on the show this evening. Appreciate it, man.
Uh, oh yeah, for sure. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
So I just played the song Time Machine moments ago.
Thanks.
I enjoyed the record. And we'll get into that record in a matter of moments. But first things first, how did you get started into becoming a musician?
So I guess just growing up, I kind of sang with my sister and my family, and just started taking piano lessons. And I taught myself how to play guitar when I was in high school. And just as time went on, I just started writing and trying to really hone in on my writing skills. I started listening to a lot of David Bowie and Joni Mitchell and Carole King and James Taylor, the greats, and just tried to take everything I could from them and just learn from them, expand my music horizons. And so now that's what I'm trying to do in my own writing, and I just try to tell my story.
That's awesome, man. Just getting yourself out there. And I feel like with music, it is quite the form of expression, getting your feelings out. Whether it's about your situations, or else's particular, there's always gonna be a fan that listens and be like, I can relate to that person, or I know someone that can relate to that situation. So it's
Yeah, I think that sometimes in my writing too, I try not to be as transparent. I try to be as transparent as possible. Most of the things that I talk about in my songs are just very blunt and just the way that they actually happen. I don't try to use too many metaphors. Sometimes I will do that just to be artistic and, do that. But, at the same time, I just try to be transparent in my writing and just tell it how it is because it's how I just perceive things, and it is how I express myself. So it's a great outlet for me, and I'm trying to learn everything I can along the way. And I still, I'm trying to get out there and tell my story to everyone. And hopefully, if you relate to it, that's great, and we can just go from there.
very, very true. So last week on the show, I interviewed a fellow local musician. I think you might be familiar with this person, Bryson from the band Mojo Thunder. Uh,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
so we talked a little bit, and he mentioned you. Giving you a shout out of sorts. And he's like, man, this Zach Day dude's incredible. Y'all should check him out. And I say, it's interesting you say that because I'm interviewing him the following week. And like, wow, what a small world. Uh,
Oh man, they are so great. I really enjoy all of those guys a lot. Sean Sullivan, who's the lead singer of Mojo Thunder, I actually sang in a group with him called the Rose Tent Collective. It was short lived, but we had a great time, and that was fun. And then he's with Mojo Thunder now, and so I've been singing, some backup vocals for them on a lot of their new stuff that's getting ready to come out very soon, and just try to, learn everything I can from those guys too, because they have a lot to offer. They're amazing for sure.
Shout out to Mojo Thunder. Shout out to all the fellas. They got a new EP on the way, and they're gonna have it a celebration of the release at the Borough, which is probably my favorite local venue in Lexington
For
right now.
sure.
Not just because of the live music, but because of the arcade building that they have, and it makes you feel like a kid all over again with all these old school games and pinball games. So that's
Yeah, I
uh,
haven't been able to check out the arcade yet. Unfortunately, I've got to get over there. I'm hoping. I plan to be there at Mojo Thunder's release party. So if you guys come out, come say hey. I'll be there. It'll be
I'll
great.
I'll definitely make a chance to be there for sure. Um, so let's get into this song on Time Machine. The new song that you put out recently is available on all digital music platforms. What was the process like recording this song, and what's it all about?
So Time Machine was actually never really intended to be a single. Um, I wrote the song a while back, probably 2 years ago or something like that. And recently, I'm actually working on an album right now. I haven't really said that anywhere, but yeah, I'm hoping to release an album sometime this summer. And I've been recording with my friend John, who goes by Fresco Baldi. That's his artist name. He's actually a really brilliant musician, and he is a producer. He produces a lot of house music and dance music, EDM type stuff. So it's been really interesting to like work with him and see what we come up with together as a duo. He's actually a bass player too, so I'm hoping that um, once I start playing out, once we get this record finished, he's going to be joining me performing the record and just gigging with me here soon. So that's been great. But yeah, the song itself was just something that we kind of collaborated on, and my friend Grayson Jones is actually singing some backup vocals on the track, and we just think that it sounded beautiful, and we wanted to get something out there for just to give everybody a little taste of what the album is going to sound like. So we went ahead and dropped that, and then I performed it in, let's see, I think it was in April on Midday, Kentucky, and that was like the live kind of premiere, I guess, of that song. And yeah, it's really great. I think people have really loved it. I mean, and like I said, I never intended for it to be a single, so it's been really great to hear the positive feedback from it, and I think that everyone's going to be really surprised to hear what the album has to offer, because it's going to be so much more involved than my previous EP, which I put out everywhere on digital streaming platforms as well last year. And that was a project that I did in 24 hours. And so this one we're taking our time with. I've got a lot of people working on the album with me, and it's going to be great. But yeah, I'm really happy with how Time Machine turned out for sure.
Definitely a good turnout for sure. I definitely seen someone post it probably once every other day. There are people that likes what they hear from you, and sometimes things that don't usually go according to plan actually turns out pretty well. So you have something going with that record, and so Time Machine by Zach Day is available on all digital music platforms. That is a H at the end, not K, because
Yeah.
people get the names confused, mixed up. As a matter of fact, I did some searching on Spotify. So that there's a Zach Day here in Kentucky, then there's a Zach Day out of Mississippi. Uh,
Yes.
so just I am talking to the one from Kentucky, so just so people
You
know.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. Grew up in Stearns, really small town, and now I'm in Richmond. I'm finishing up my um, senior year at Eastern Kentucky University, and then I'm gonna. I don't know. We'll see where we go from there. But yeah, it's been really crazy to still be in school and working and trying to make music all at the same time. But that's what I'm really excited for the summer. I'm just trying to tell everyone, just wait for the summer, because I think I've got a lot of great things coming for sure.
Props to you on pursuing the education as well. You know, it's just a reminder, like you still can get that education while you pursue your dreams. You know,
I
so
think you can, but so it's so hard. It really is. It's been very hard on me, because sometimes I feel kind of stagnant, But I think that I'm doing everything. I'm working really really hard, and that's all I can say is that. And I'm not doing it just for me. Like, I really want everyone to just be able to hear these stories and connect with these songs. And so I'm doing it for all of us, and I'm trying my best. And I think it'll be worth it in the long run for sure.
I totally agree with that for sure. So we mentioned Mojo Thunder earlier. You have, performed with them in the past. Who are some other musical influences that you have? It could be local, independent, unsigned, mainstream, anyone in particular. Who else do you consider as your musical influences?
Sure, sure. So like you said, just like working with Mojo Thunder has been great. I sang in college for a black gospel ensemble and a jazz vocal ensemble, and that has really shaped me. My mentor, Dr. Roosevelt Escalante, he has really shaped me into a musician. And then also just taking a lot of music that's coming out and trying to see what I can learn from it in all various styles. Right now, I'm really stuck on Aldous Harding. She is a New Zealand artist, um, and she is just everything I want to be honest. Like, she really inspires me a lot, as well as Big Thief, which is they're a band. They just released their record, I think, yesterday, their third record. Absolutely obsessed with them. And also Phoebe Bridgers, just a lot of female artists actually really inspire me. And for some reason, I just really connect to like a female singing voice, and that just has always struck me. So yeah, I'm just trying to expand my horizons though too. So all of those artists and more for sure.
Shout out to all the people that was mentioned. Everybody, please go check out Time Machine by Zach Day, available on all digital music platforms. Support this young man. Show your support. And let's just call this song an appetizer because the full course meal, aka the album, is coming. It's in the early
Yeah.
stages, but it's coming. And it's great to hear that the song turned out pretty good. So, what else do you have in store in addition to recording the album, being in school? What else you have in the works? Do you have any like upcoming shows that people need to keep an eye on?
Yeah, for sure. So you guys can catch me at the Richmond Beer House here in Richmond, Kentucky on May 18th at 8 p.m. It costs $5. I'll be playing a lot of stuff from my first EP as well as plenty of new stuff from the upcoming record. And I'll be playing along with Donnie Bowling and Tab Caudle. Tab is in the band Massive Cult, which is they're actually doing pretty well right now in the local music scene, Lexington, Louisville, and elsewhere. So definitely come check that out. That's May 18th at the Beer House in Richmond. And then also, you can catch me. I just got cast in a Broadway review with Kentucky Conservatory Theater. We started rehearsals for that this weekend, so that'll be in June. So if you guys just check out my social media and stuff, you'll definitely be able to keep an eye on all those dates. And that'll be in June at Woodland Park in Lexington. So two big things coming up, but definitely come to the show on May 18th at the Richmond Beer House at 8 p.m.
Richmond, Kentucky. Go check that out, especially if you're in the surrounding areas. And much love to Tab, Massive Cult. I just interviewed them earlier this year. They got some momentum on their side as well. They got music on the way as well. So I look forward to hearing more of them in the coming months or so. It's going to be amazing. What they
Oh yeah, they're
produce.
doing great things for sure, and I'm honored. Like Kat asked me to open for her. She's doing an acoustic set, I think, um, and so yeah, I was really excited for her to ask me to do that, and so she'll be there, and I guess the band will be there too. I'm super excited to be doing that for sure.
So before I let you go, Zach, why don't you go ahead and promote the social media links? Where can people can get in touch with you at?
So I post a lot of singing videos and things like that on my Instagram, which is Zach, which is just how it sounds, YOUKNOWZACH. Go check that out. I'm all the time posting, updates on there, as well as my Twitter. And you can add me on Facebook, Zach Day. I'm working on making a music page soon, especially with this upcoming album. So I'm all over the place. YouTube, Zach as well. So all the social medias are at Zach.
It was great to chat with you, man. Thank you so much for being on this show this evening. Busy day for us Kentuckians. Fresh off of
Yeah.
a controversial ending to the Kentucky Derby. For obvious reasons. But thanks for being on, man. Continued success. I'll definitely keep an eye on that new album for sure.
Thank you so much for having me. It was an honor to be here. I appreciate it.